Hi folks, this is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report. You know, in another report I talked about a book that had so affected me by Thomas McGuane, The Longest Silence, and I wanted to correlate something that I read in there that really made me think. He was talking in there about how his father taught him to fish, and after his father passed, he had gone fishing with his father's best friend, who he called Uncle Somebody. He wasn't really his uncle. And he had said to him, he says, "Was Dad a really good fisherman?" And the guy said to him, "No, your father wasn't a good fisherman, but he loved fishing more than anybody I've ever known." And it made me think of what it was like for me. My dad taught me everything about fishing when I was a little kid. And the one thing that really mattered to me is he always thought, no matter where he was going fishing, to take me along. So I was always part of everything. But I think of what my dad was like for me as a kid. He not only did he teach me, but he could do it all better than I've ever been able to do it. He could cast better. He could catch more fish fly fishing than me. And when we go hunting, Dad was always had such better reflexes than me. He was always a better shot. He was quicker with the gun. But you know something? I never tried to compete with my dad. I never wanted to be better. I just thought of him as what he was. He was my dad, and he was somebody I looked up to and that meant so much to me in my life. But you know, this is a big part of fishing. What Thomas McGuane said about his father, how he loved fishing more than anybody this guy had ever known. And that's basically what fishing is to me. And I said in the other report how you can't really describe feelings to somebody, but fishing is a love of life for me. It's given me so much in my life, and I try to pass it back to all of you. But whether I'm successful or not, I don't have any idea. And, you know, through all the years of doing my TV show, it was the same thing. You know, I know people that must have watched it thought, boy, look at that guy. I'd have a paper bag in the bottom of the crawdad boat that we used with my lures in it, and the bag would get soaking wet, and there'd be lures on the bottom. I was not somebody that was very artful, and that wasn't what I was trying to represent. I wasn't trying to teach people to fish. What I was trying to do is share what it was bringing to my life, because I know they could do the same thing as me. There was no grace or great skill that I was portraying. It was just my tremendous thrill of being out there on the water, and that's what fishing means to me. So I hope maybe it can some of this can roll off. The words that I say here on the radio, they can only sort of try to convey the joy that it means to me to be able to go fishing. And I can try to tell you the things that I learned from other fishermen that are really tremendous fishermen, and the skills that they gain. Fishing can be a skill. It can be seen as a great skill to go out there and conquer a foe. But that isn't it to me. That fish that I'm out there catching is just part of the wonderful, beautiful world around us. And that's what I feel about the North Country. That's why I have such an affection for where we live, because I think it's a backdrop that offers so much of an experience for people just to share in the outdoors in this area. All you got to do is drive your car someplace, get out of the car, and the first step you take in the woods can just open your life up. It's that special. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report.